Hey guys, so we are back once again for another stocks by request. In this video, we're gonna talk about Dito, URC, Pure Gold, JFC, ACEN, DDMPR, MWC, RRHI, MBT, and Green. And also, as what we've done over the past few days, we've been talking about where the index is in light of what's going on in the economy, inflation data, and what's happening also with the lockdown and the ECQ and how it's reflecting also in our global markets. And by the way, for those who are watching this and are invested also in crypto, XRP is crushing it. It's been doing a very, very good job. And it's something now at the start of the year. It was something that I did not expect to happen. It was something that it compared to Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, and also BNB, it's a relatively smaller position, but it's been very, very good, and it has climbed massively also from the start of at least January 2021. Anyways, let's start. I want to start this off talking about the PSEI, where the PSEI hit 6,590 to close up 1.46%, which is from a price movement standpoint, it's relatively positive. However, also I just want to say this from a volume standpoint, hindi ganun kalakas yung volume right now ng market, closing just below 6 billion pesos. So please do note that over the past month, when we were seeing at least the market push higher, we were seeing a value turnover of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 billion pesos, at least in that level. So right now, similar to what I've said yesterday and the video prior to this, that there's still a lot of uncertainty and there's a lot of hesitation. When people are uncertain, they don't want to put in money. Anyways, from a technical analysis standpoint, this is how it looks like. So kung napapansin nyo, pareho pa rin siya. Nothing has changed in MACD. There's a change in direction, which confirms the short-term sideways trend that we are having right now. However, it's still below the zero line cross for those who are looking at MACD. Then ADX is still also bearish. It's still below the 100-day and 50-day moving average. It's still below the 20-day moving average. And then you still have this downward trending slope preventing the PSEI from going up. So that's where we are right now for the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Nothing also has changed. Your support, where the 200-day moving average is, it's at 6,425, and your resistance at the 6,771 level still pretty much intact. But again, there might be selling somewhere around this area for the very reason that you have the 20-day moving average here, and you also have this particular downward trending slope that's there. And kung sasadyain ko rin, just to put a short-term resistance, we may have a short-term resistance also at the 6,624 or 6,625 level for the PSEI. So by the way, while I'm doing this, I'm live in TikTok. So sa mga taga TikTok, hello to all of you. You are watching me record for my YouTube video. Anyways, let's look at saan na yun? Okay, let's look at URC first. For URC, we have a 312 million value turnover. It was up 5.62%, closed at 141 pesos per share. So this is how URC looks like right now. Very, very interesting because yung downward progression na to got broken. It bounced. You can already put a level of support right here. So your main resistance right now to look at least for the short term for URC, is you have a resistance at the 161 level. Whatever we're seeing right now is pretty much because of the bounce from the 119 support. And from a bullish standpoint, MACD already showed us a change in direction, which is this. Now, let's see if it will continually cross above zero, showing us that it's more bullish. The ADX also is already bullish. RSI is going to overbought levels. And today, something interesting happened. It broke past the 200-day moving average. So that being said, watch out for this level. This is around 138.5 pesos per share. As long as it stays above that level, the narrative of URC to continually push up and attack the 161 resistance is pretty much possible. And I forgot to say this, and I know for those who have been watching my channel, all 243,000 of you who have been watching this, but there might be some people who are new to this channel. Please remember, no matter how much we talk about certain stocks here, never ever buy, sell, hold, or transact just because I talk about it here. Please do your own research, do your own analysis. It's your money, it's your responsibility. No one will work hard and take care of your money more than you. And please remember, if you have a financial advisor, make sure to contact them also, so that it's not just you have a holistic approach on how you do your investments. But yun lang gusto ko sabihin, kahit sino nagsabi, kahit saan yun nadinig, never, ever, ever listen to what other people are saying. Every time they talk about certain stocks, you have to make the decision on your own. You have to take the time to learn and build the skill for it. Because at the end of the day, the rudiments on how you can win is all about by the time that you've spent to be able to build the skills for it. And ganun din sa inyo sa mga taga TikTok. I hope that you take the time to build the skill and learn more about trading and investing. Anyways, let's look at pure gold. I think I talked about this also yesterday, no? That pure gold hit a resistance at the 40.36 level. So as you can see right here, after it hit that, it started to retrace, then it broke below the 100-day moving average. But today, I'll just clean this up quite a bit. Nabasag in 38.07 support level. It's now just being held on by the 20 and 50-day moving average. So if you see a breakdown from those levels, then we could see a possible further retracement downward. Please remember, yung upward push niya the past few days was pretty much because of the news that we are going into ECQ, and because of the news that we are going into ECQ, people were rushing also to buy more essential goods, similar to what happened last year. And then as the news started to die down, again, we're now seeing some profit taking going on. So a couple of sell signals that came out: failure to break out the 40.36 resistance, breakdown from the 100-day moving average, breakdown from the 38.07 support level. Then right now, it's just being held on by the 20 and 50-day moving average. And if you'll allow me to zoom out, it really hasn't broke past below the 200-day moving average yet. And that's why the 200-day moving average is very, very, very long and very, very strong. Comment below if you're learning, if this is something that's helping you. Anyways, let's continue. We talked about URC, pure gold. We're having Dito at the last part of this video. Let's look at JFC first. For Jollibee, no, interesting also the movement of Jollibee for the day. Jollibee hit 185 pesos per share, closed 1.87% up, which is very, very also very, very interesting in a way that we've seen certain strides of it move up. Value turnover is 276 million pesos, 277 million pesos. Anyways, this is how Jollibee is. I just want to zoom in for a bit. As you can see right here, a couple of things happened to Jollibee today. Number one, it broke past the 20-day moving average, which is a resistance. It broke past the 50-day moving average, which is also a resistance. Then it broke past this downward trending slope that started mid-December 2020. So it broke past that as well. We're seeing the ADX, it has not fully reversed yet, but we're seeing it that the blue is about to cross the red line. MACD, there's a slight change in direction, but it's still not above the zero level. Then we've seen the RSI continually bounce off oversold levels. Now, kailangan bantayan na resistances for Jollibee right now, 186, and it's very, very close also to the 100-day moving average, which is at the 188 mark. So should Jollibee go down in the next few days, this is something that in my opinion, should not surprise you also, because it's at the resistance. I repeat, should you see a level of selling for Jollibee over the next few days, this should be something that should not also surprise you, because it's at the resistance. However, if it would break out, next possible area where it could go is at the 200.57 mark, which is the resistance that we saw somewhere around the middle of January 2021, and at some point the second week of November 2020. So that's where we are for Jollibee. Next up, we're going to talk about ACEN, DMPR, MWC, RHI, MBD, Green, and Dito. But for those who want to learn more about technical analysis, we have links in the description below for a Zoom technical analysis class that we are doing in May 2021. So I think it's 5 or 6 weeks from now. If you are watching this and you are from abroad, we've done this also, not just because we are in lockdown right now and we can't do any seminars and trainings in hotels, but mainly because it's a good way for people while they're locked down that they can learn. And it's also a good way for our kababayans abroad, since I'm not traveling also right now, to be able to learn technical analysis. So the link is in the description below. For those who just want to learn via books, we also have that below. And if you want to learn just via YouTube, madami rin. I have hundreds of videos on technical analysis also in my YouTube channel. So check it out down below, and I hope this massively helps you. Anyways, let's look at ACEN. By the way, no, I'm a big fan of renewable energy, and I've started also while it's I'm saying this from an investment standpoint. From an investment standpoint, naman, while it has been accumulating and just consolidating for quite some time, I've been starting to pick it up a bit for my long-term investments. But I just want to show this for those who want to trade ACEN naman. It's at the second day of its breakout. 120 and 50-day moving averages are bullish already. Yesterday, it broke past the 50-day moving average and the 7.21 resistance. Today, it validated and stayed above the 7.21 support level. Then you have ADX bullish a bit already. MACD slicing above the zero level with a change in direction. Then you have the RSI already going above the overbought levels. Anyways, ACEN stays above 7.21. Common narrative is it will attack the resistance at the 8 peso mark. So current trend still for ACEN is it's currently sideways. 7.21 is its new support. 8 pesos is its new resistance. Last time that it revisited the resistance there was around the end of February 2021. Anyways, DDMPR. Shout out also, by the way, to Teng Romero, who was very interested on this, and he sent me a DM also earlier. So shout out to you. I hope that you learn more as we create more videos about this. So napapansin mo for DDMPR, it's quite interesting in a way that number one, it's newly listed, so wala ka pang historical data. Please remember, every time you're looking at talking about technical analysis, it's historical data plotted into charts. So since bago pa lang siya, you don't have a lot of technical analysis data that you can use yet, but there's a couple of things that we do know right now. Number one is the support in its very early stage. The DMPR is at 2.12. Then you also have its resistance at the 2.28 level. And just to share context also from an investment standpoint naman, from a dividend investing standpoint, the lower it was, I actually liked it, and I picked some up also for my dividend portfolio, not knowing na, I didn't know that it would bounce already like this, no. I just really wanted it for my dividend portfolio, given that the lower I get it, the higher the dividend yield that I would get. So right now, we are seeing the DMPR at the resistance at 2.28. Again, should it go down tomorrow, it's not something that should surprise you because this is its current resistance right now. But a breakout from this may extend, no, and bring it higher. You could peg this as a short-term resistance around the 2.39, 2.4 level. That's for DDMPR. So current resistance is, that's where DDMPR is right now, 2.28. Current support is 2.12. Breakout from 2.28. Adjust your next possible resistance is at the 2.4 mark. So that's where we are for DDMPR. Let's look at Manila Water. How are you guys from TikTok? This is behind the scenes of me making a video. But anyways, dapat di ko pala sinasabi yun, na behind the scenes, because this should be polished for YouTube. Anyways, MWC, this is the resistance. It's very clear already that 1, 2, 3 days trying to pierce past it. It never went above 6.15. But today, selling happened, failure to break the 6.15 resistance. So currently, what I can peg also for all of you right now is this. You have a support level right here for Manila Water, 15.41 pesos per share. Failure to hold that over the next few days may result in a retracement to the 14.4 level. Please do note that the 14.4 level also represents where the 200-day moving average is. So please, this is not something that should surprise you because 16.15 has been an evident resistance naman talaga. We've seen it from right here at the middle of January 2021. We've seen it right here, middle of February. We've seen it right here, end of February. Then it's happening again. So, but if should selling happen, possible retracement for MWC will be at the 14.4 mark, which is where the 200-day moving average is. And if you'll allow me to zoom out, you will see this, that it's steadily still moving sideways already. I wanted to plot this long-term trend line here. As you can see, this trend line from the time that it dropped to around 8 or 8.6 pesos per share right here, was already broken, which is giving way to this particular trend that we're seeing. I actually thought it would extend pa nga into something that was pushing downward there, but the support at the 14 peso mark held its ground. So now it looks like that it's just moving sideways. So that given that it's moving sideways, 17 main resistance, 16.15 current resistance, current support 15.41, failure to hold 15.41, you have a support at the 14.4 level. Last four stocks, we have dito at the end. RRHI, this is how it looks. Sige, I'll try to analyze RRHI naman for all of you without using indicators. Kasi, I don't know if you don't know this. For those who attended the Stock Smart sessions, alam nila that I love just drawing my own support and resistance right here. So, if you're gonna draw it like that and press it straight no from here, you would see that this is the downward trending line that it tried to somehow break, but as of today, two candlesticks already below it. I could put also another resistance level here at the 58.44 mark and a support level here at the 51.95 level. So that being said, if it continually goes down over the next few days, then it further reiterates that we are still in this downward progression, and it further reiterates that this particular resistance right here at the 58.4 mark is quite evident that people are taking profits there. So please do note this: the downward movement we are seeing for RRHI is primarily because of its failure to hold the 58.75 level. Support levels will be at 51.95. Then you have another one right here at the 54.33 mark. If I'm going to add MACD, I just want to show MACD. It tried to make a change in direction, but as you can see right here, it's not still above the zero line cross. And if you look at it here, the 63.66 level resistance is also coinciding to where the 200-day moving average is. So that's where RRHI is. In my opinion, it really must go above the 58.44 mark to somehow get out of this downward trending slope that started December 2020. Anyways, comment below if you're learning and if this is something that's helping you. Metrobank, this is how it looks like. It's currently holding and staying above the support level right here at the 44.5 mark. It's staying and holding at that level. So should that level hold, this is the current narrative that it could possibly go. Please remember, it went down also because it gave out a very, very large dividend. And that's why after the X date happened, you saw the stock start to drop. Possible resistances to look at is 47.58. Then the other one at the 51.72 mark, which was close to the highest point way before they gave out their dividends. So current narrative also for Metrobank is it's still moving sideways. Right now, it's testing the support at the 45.1 level. Then you have resistances at 47.5 and 51.3 pesos per share. So that's where we are right now. If Metrobank does not hold the level where we are at today, a possible area for it to retrace right here, right now, would be at the 42.7 level. Last two stocks, green. This is where green is. You could draw a support here. You could draw a resistance here. Current narrative also is if you want to draw and be very short term also, you could put something there. So where we are right now for green is MACD is below the zero line cross. It broke down from the 20 and 50-day moving average, and it broke down from the 3.8 support level. So that being said, should selling happen, possible retracement will be 3.24. Certain small push-ups could bring it to the 3.8 level, but all things being equal and it does not go above the 3.8 level, this is its current range, 3.24 and 3.8. So that's where we are for green. Lastly, I'll end this with everyone's favorite, dito. Dito, no, medyo malakas yung value turnover for today, 555 million pesos, change of 7.99%, and it closed above the 11 peso mark. So I just want to zoom in for all of you before I continually analyze this. But as you can see right here, today's movement brought it above the 20-day moving average. But it's somehow slightly above the 100-day moving average. But if you look at it, it's still below the resistance that we pegged at the 11.49 mark. So if nothing happens and you don't really see a large push, possible movement for dito is it could just still consolidate. 11.49 resistance, 8.26 support, and dyan lang din siya gagalaw for now. If it breaks out from 11.49, here are the resistances. 15.73 resistance. Then you have another one close to the 19 peso mark. But right here, right now, at least for the short term, Dito is currently consolidating 8.26 support, 11.49 resistance. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that's insightful for all of you. For those who want to trade US markets, you can do so via eToro. We have links below that allows you to buy US stocks for only 50 US dollars. And ganun din if you want to stack and buy crypto, links are down below for Binance, which allows you to be able to hold crypto for the long term and you owning the real cryptocurrency asset as well. So there, if you guys want to know more about me and you think videos like this are awesome and are helpful, like, share, subscribe, and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. So I guess that's it for now. I hope that this is something that's very, very insightful for all of you. Tulungan kayo to bring you closer to wherever goals that you may want to hit. And I do hope that this channel and the stock market becomes an avenue for you to reach your goals of financial freedom. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.